Hi guys, good afternoon, and welcome back once again to the EdWord. I'm your host Eddie, and welcome to my first of many videos that I will be from where I will be talking about topics and news coming out of Comic-Con 2018, which is currently going on now as we speak. And earlier this afternoon, we were treated to the fabulous, really ominous trailer for our very first look at The Walking Dead Season 9. Along with this, we heard it straight from the horse's mouth. Yes, it is officially confirmed. I was reluctant to touch on this when the news first broke out, but apparently Andrew Lincoln himself has confirmed this will be the last time he plays Rick Grimes. Now, he did not specify if they were going to kill him or if Rick was just going to go off on his own journey somewhere and just walk off the show, but Andrew Lincoln confirmed this is the last time he will play Rick Grimes. He is a family man. I'm sure he has kids growing up in London and he wants to go back and see them. It's very understandable. I'm a little disappointed, but the show, I believe, will survive without him, and I think he's had a hell of a story going back to the pilot all the way up till his final episode in season 9. I think he's had a hell of a story, and I'm sure they'll give him one good concluding, satisfying end, a good conclusion story for Rick. So I'm sorry to see you go, Mr. Lincoln, and thank you for all the years of giving us fans such joy and entertainment and satisfaction. We will miss you. Now, let's move on to that trailer. OMG, what is going on? I mean, is there peace after all or not? You know what this trailer did a good job reminding us is that the season 8 finale, which I rewatched, by the way, and I ended up really enjoying it. I know in my initial review I didn't like it that much, but after I watched it again, I really, really liked it. Anyway, but it occurred to me that these allies, the allied communities, Alexandria, Hilltop, Oceanside, and Kingdom, all of them had a beef against the Saviors, and then there was war, and then Negan was defeated, most of the Saviors were killed, and the survivors surrendered, and now everybody can move on and start rebuilding their lives and rebuilding their world. And now everybody is working together, all of the communities, including the Sanctuary, home of the Saviors. But at the same time, though, it probably won't be all easily as forgive and forget, because as we can see, there's clearly a lot of tension and some fights are going to break out amongst our survivors. They're not fighting any new enemies or hostile survivors. I mean, they very well could, but in the footage we saw from the Season 9 trailer, it looks like that there's still some beefs that have yet to be squashed. And we saw Daryl fighting with a guy. We saw some breakouts happening between two huge surging crowds of people. We saw young Henry take his stick and knock one guy off of his feet on a bridge it looks like they were working on. So it looks like they are trying to work together as one overall giant community, all of the communities, including the Sanctuary. But at the same time, there's going to be a lot of tension and hostility in the air between certain survivors. I mean, these people, the families of all of these communities, have all lost someone or a lot of someones to the Saviors and vice versa. I mean, I'm sure there are Saviors who lost friends and relatives to the Allied forces, just as like there are the Allied forces who lost friends and family to the Saviors and to Negan. So there's going to be some bad blood there. Now, how much of it is going to come to a head? Who can tell? And then this trailer also definitely showed us that the internal strife or conflict between Rick and Maggie and Rick and Daryl is definitely going to be boiling. We don't know how bad it's going to get, but it's clearly bubbling like a stove, like a pot full of hot water on a stove. It is bubbling where the lid is still sitting on there, but just barely. But I loved the look of Season 9. I love how degraded the world looks and how they're going back to like the old days of where they used horses to get around and clubs and swords and whatnot as weapons, and then they're rebuilding their homes and communities with giant logs of lumber and whatnot, and in the meanwhile they're going to have each other to deal with. And then if the end of the trailer is an indication of anything, it looks like the Whisperers are indeed going to be coming, just based on the sound, because I watched the trailer several times and I really listened, and it sounded like there was someone was really trying to make an effort, a human voice was really trying to make an effort to sound like a walker, because the walkers, not all of them sounded like walkers. Some of them sounded like humans pretending to be walkers. So I think that's what that tease is supposed to imply. Plus, Robert Kirkman confirmed a newly casted actress is going to be playing the leader of the Whisperers. Her name is Alpha, I think it is. So yeah, so they're definitely coming. Robert Kirkman confirmed it, and then Andrew Lincoln confirmed his exit from the series. But it looks like it's going to be one hell of a season, and a final season for Rick. And you know what? As far as Rick leaving Andrew Lincoln leaving the show, I was a little disappointed at first. But then again, I also can understand where he's coming from. I mean, this guy has dedicated almost 10 years of his life, his career to this show. I'm sure he gets to see his family plenty of times, but I think he really just wants to go back home and, take a break from it all. I mean, I'm sure he'll be able to afford to and whatnot. Plus, he's got 2 or 3 little kids growing up, and he wants to watch them grow up, of course. So I get it. Plus, I'm not totally opposed to Daryl taking over as lead of the show. I think that's kind of cool. I've always been a bigger Daryl fan than I have been a Rick fan anyway, so I'm perfectly okay with that. I am still in the air on Maggie. Again, I'm not entirely sure what's going on with her. They didn't really address or confirm Lauren Cohan's status, if she was going to be in the show for this upcoming season, season 9, for only 6 episodes, or if that's not true or not, who knows? Time will tell, and we're just going to have to watch and see. But overall, I'm very excited, and I'm very intrigued. I love seeing the communities growing. I loved seeing Jerry and Nabila. Ugh, that was a great moment where Jerry and Nabila kissed each other. I was so happy to see that. That was great. I was so happy for Jerry. And I loved how everybody's taken on the farming touch, an approach to rebuilding and growing their own food. One of the things I am so excited about for season 9 is that the new showrunner, Angela Kang, taking over from Gimple, who is now overseeing both Walking Dead and Fear the Walking Dead, she has said that season 9 will feel a lot like season 4 in tone and storytelling, which I am so excited about, because season 4 was and still is my favorite season of the series. So I am more than okay with that. I am very, very titillated by that fact. I'm very excited. So I've watched the trailer several times. There's a lot of stuff going down, but I can't wait to see how it all happens and how it all turns out. And we have a premiere date much earlier than usual, much to my surprise, although I can't imagine too many people will be complaining. I'm not. October 7th, mark your calendars. October 7th, The Walking Dead Season 9 premieres on AMC. You can rewatch the trailer on YouTube and Facebook and other social media platforms. It's out there. It's being rewatched like crazy. I'll probably watch it as soon as I'm done posting this. And then check back here later, a little short while later, for my reaction video to Fear the Walking Dead 4B, for the second half of season 4. You'll see a reaction video for that shortly as well. Thank you guys for joining me. I can't wait to cover more Comic-Con trailers in the next couple days. I hope you're all as excited about it as I am. The Walking Dead Season 9 premieres on AMC October 7th. Thanks for watching. Have a great rest of the night, and of course, until next time, may the Force be with you.